I wonder when you'd be back. Sullivan for the win!
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Whoa!
Welcome to the new Music City Journal here, and it looks like not a few of my local animated characters have been caught up by the soccer World Cup fever. No, it looks like the rest of the locals in here have just done pretty much the same thing, and there's more just about yet to come on this. Also, the 4th of July fireworks that I recorded have pretty much gone a little bit viral here, so they actually are getting close to 600 views, and therefore have taken place of my #1 hotspot and have removed my all-time high of the Dickerson Road Snow Walk. So more of this and much more other things yet to come at this new Music City Journal right here of July. Stick around and enjoy. Alrighty there, here is the footage that is going pretty much into all the records. It was pretty much the nation's 238th birthday, and this is my take here from the downtown bridge, waiting the big 4th of July fireworks. And that was a shot in here live coming in, you know, into downtown. I was making a little loop swing right here, the big towers here to the left. And this was after pretty much the first lights on the stadium has came on. And there's also still pictures, which I'm probably going to be adding on the end of this journal right over here. Again, you can see the full fireworks in their all grandiose right here at this channel at 4 Music Arts, probably approaching close to 600 views right in here. And it's the full-length firework here, just a little swing, a little overview on how this whole thing looked. We had approximately 160,000 people all around. This is pretty much plus more than what you expected in here. And we were scheduled and definitely also delivered the nation's 238th birthday in a definite style with the second largest firework in the nation. And that was definitely held here in Nashville, Tennessee, where we also had an unusual visitor here, which I'm about to show you right here. And this is pretty much kind of seeing is believing over here with definitely no audio, but what we're seeing is original footage from a drone that actually flew over the downtown fireworks in all their beauty. And you can see the movement going on. That's not definitely no helicopter swinging. That is really a drone that flew over our little bitty town recording the fireworks and all the greatest. This is probably still during the beginning times, and it only got up to 17-18 minutes in there, so I kind of say that you get more pretty much out of all the other footages, including myself. That's of course around here, but just a little bit here on the side part that the drone was swinging around here in downtown and over the skies and made itself pretty you know, behind the scenes, so to speak, noticed. And you know, it got some little footages of course on YouTube, and this is where you also will find the footage on this particular part over here. And now let's swing over to the World Cup, and there is only a little bitty footage in here, and this is only like well shaken. Shows a famous LP field, and maybe about a few hundred people. I couldn't really say that it's getting close to a couple thousand, but a few hundred people were watching the live game, and this is probably the one with United States versus Ghana, the big one, 2-1, I believe. That was a big time favorite right over here. As well, there's also unusual footage available from this little downtown pub. Shows a little bit more than just the average excitement over here. This actually represents a lots of pubs that were like in downtown Nashville, pretty much looking at the same way. And I believe this is also here the part where we have United States versus Ghana, but definitely the soccer fever has taken over, and we're talking here the Deep South, just representing just the smallest avenues of the local as well as the national excitement into our Music City area, and soccer is not only here to come but here to stay. So we'll see how this whole thing develops. There's also, for my little half, of course, as forecasted, the Music City Journal with the World Cup coming up. So you definitely want to stick with the special edition right over here. Yeah, one event that I should have actually reported just about it into about little details here, which should have normally taken place, I believe, at June the 25th, but it did not. The Paul McCartney tour had kind of like, stopped in the middle of it due to some little issues here with his health. And his concert that we thought it was going to take place now, the June the 25th, has now been postponed until October the 16th. So there's still excitement to come. It looks like, though, that tickets for the most part will be kind of sold out. Here's some little words from Paul McCartney himself. I'm sorry, but it's going to be a few more weeks before we get rocking in America again. I'm feeling great, but taking my doc's advice to take it easy for just a few more days. Looking forward to seeing you all soon. Paul McCartney has confirmed that he will be, however, reluctantly need medical advice to rest up a little bit longer to fully recuperate from a virus that forced him to postpone from his recent dates in Japan and Korea. The Out There World Tour will now resume July the 5th in Albany, New York, and on June the 14th and 26th, shows in Lubbock, Dallas, New Orleans, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Nashville, Louisville, and have been all rescheduled to October. And of course, everybody can get ready for lots of stuff from Let's Set Beatles and Paul McCartney and the Wings material, and of course from himself. Either way, this man is a legend. No matter if you take the Beatles away, take the Wings, you still have legendary music. And here's a few except this man has actually broadcasted himself around in his tour, doing the Colosseum in Rome, the Moscow Red Square, Buckingham Palace, at the White House, at the Free Show in Mexico to over 400,000 people, and even broadcasted live into the space, into the space station here. So so it's going to be really, really exciting in here. So I'm pretty sure everything is sold out. It's just letting everybody know October is the new Paul McCartney tour date, and this is kind of like what we're dealing with so far. So he's still yet to come. Let's just hope the best for some amazing concerts to come. Also, everybody remembers me in one of my recent journals. I think it's about 2 months ago or so. I was talking a little bit about that, Google Fiber comes to Nashville here, and that was, of course, very exciting to everybody. And this is like a quick update to let everybody know we're really going into the deadlines here. So Google Fiber announced in February it is exploring expansion of its ultra-fast internet network in 34 cities and in 9 metropolitan areas, including Nashville. It asks cities to complete a checklist of concerning infrastructure and permitted by May the 1st. So it looks like Nashville is right on target for this. So that's the good news right over here. The deadline's been met. We still have not gotten any confirmation exactly when we're really going to get this hyper thing going on. But also, as we can read down further down on the bottom below, competitors have not slept at all. It looks like also AT&T has announced in recent weeks it was considering Nashville and 20 other metropolitan areas for expansion in its own fiber network. And as a matter of fact, downtown Nashville already has begun. Besides, a lot of hotels being built on top of that also its network below will speed up according to the construction and its development. So we'll see how this whole thing is coming to life. And speaking again of some upcoming dates, and this is actually happening here tonight as we're speaking and recording this Music City Journal. We have an amazing, rappers, R&B fans and all this good thing, Beware, Coolio and Vanilla Ice. What kind of combo is that? Today at the Tin Roof. Well, it's not much of a, big occupying area that a lot of people would fit in, but I guess this is what they're just imagining, how many fans or whatever will fit in the Tin Roof here, so good luck on that. That actually happens tonight. And then we have Ray LaMontagne, I hope I spell his name right, something French, the Woods Amphitheater at the Fontanelle, also at tonight. And then one of my favorites, and I'm pretty sure, of course, I can't see those bad boys here. Yes, Ryman Auditorium, July the 28th, upcoming event totally. Warped Tour, Tennessee State Fairgrounds, July the 29th. Sarah McLachlan, Ryman Auditorium, everybody remembers that amazing voice, opera singing style right here. And then we have Sarah Bareilles with Lucius and Hannah Georgios at the Woods Amphitheater at the Fontanelle, July the 30th. The concert celebration of Night Train to Nashville, 10th anniversary, Factory Franklin, July the 30th. That's coming up. Ricky Scats at the Ryman Auditorium. And a little bit, we're going into August now. We see Hot Nights at the Hall, and we got a little bit more about Hot Nights yet to come. Steely Dan, another favorites of lots of people. Ryman Auditorium, August the 1st and the 2nd. This will be really interesting. That probably will be going down in the sellout features. And then we have the Sunshine Tour featuring Michael Franti and Spearhead at the Woods Amphitheater Fontanelle, Passenger. Marathon Music Works, August the 3rd. And guess, believe it or not, she finally is coming now in after Pompose from April the 13th. Miley Cyrus hits Bridgestone Arena. And so the story goes down until we have actually David Gray, Ryman Auditorium, Rodrigo y Gabriela, Ryman Auditorium, 8th and 9th back to back. And the Marathon Music Works have it August the 12th, Greensride, back from the 80s and 90s, heavy metal in its finest, that we just kind of like remember that. And by that time, when it goes towards the 8th, One Direction, the British new little pop wonder, is come and visit us at the LP Field August the 19th. So far, so good. I guess we're taking it away for another one. Miller Haggard, the legend himself, Ryman Auditorium, will see us at the 25th and the 26th. So this is something that a lot of people should actually bookmark for the calendars. And while I'm actually talking right over here, we speak in another little thing that's been taking place into our calendar. And this is, of course, our weather forecast, how this whole thing comes to life. And we're talking about, of course, Friday. And it is now, of course, Friday, the 25th, July 2014. And we're talking about 85 degrees. The radar is pretty clear for our folks that looking into, you know, some really interesting weather. Look what's coming our way. This is this weekend. This is definitely no joke. This is Saturday 96 and Sunday 98, or we can say between 38 and 40 degrees for people in the Celsius areas. Then we have Monday, and if I pan this a little bit out right here, 86 coming up again. Tuesday 81, 83. Thursday upcoming 86 up to 86 and 84 and 83, so this is going to be our high. So we're sticking a little bit just around the average. And again, in all of our features, how do we whole play out into our other neighborhoods? Let's just take a good little skip back into our European neighborhoods, and there it looks again. Even in Central Europe, it gets close to us right here, from the mid-80s to rain to low 60s to rain. And here my other little favorite hotspot now, of course, Yakutsk, Siberia. Yeah, of course, they are already into Saturday. They have pretty much the high right now of 79 degrees, which is pretty not bad at all, low of 50s. And this is actually the coldest place on Earth that we have so far as a capital, with lots of people in there. Pretty much the size, almost, we can say, of Nashville here. So these were the kind of temperatures we saw here a couple of months ago, like in the minus 50, minus 60 degrees. Now we got us plus 50, plus 60, the high of 78. We can see this right over here, and even the 80s. And if we're just taking us a close look right now in the morning hours into Saturday, it's coming up a little, you know, foggy, cloudy, and it's going into 60s, mild weather. We can say there's also a quick point of view, local hometowns in Manheim on 66. And again, as we're looking at Nashville right now, coming up into 85. Alrighty, so that was everybody here that I hope that was able to touch up a little thing on the updates and on the things yet to come. Music City Journal in all its best and in all its finest, so everybody just stick around. August Journal will be just around the corner again. And of course the next thing, as we mentioned, the stuff in between. We should have a lot of volumes coming up of the Music City Worldcup Journal, the Worldcup Journal edition, so to speak. There's going to be some interesting fun with the review of all the games, so look out for that. And everybody, I would have to say thank you all for watching. Stick around for the next time. Have a good one and enjoy. Bye-bye. Well, if we wouldn't know any better, it's quite the usual over here. Well, Tinkerbell, you have a tough time finding any Argentinians or any Brazilians. I think also all the Ghanese already all gone. German team knocked them all out. What can I say? This was a little bit too greedy on the World Cup. Well, that's alright. We keep looking for some Transformers, and we're gonna beat their tail, right?
Hi there. My name is Tinkerbell, and I follow 3 rabbits on Facebook, and I have them on Twitter. And hello, hey Mr. Producer, don't I get something for my report? Just a moment.
There you go, Miss Tinkerbell. One steak with everything.
Thank you, Mr. Producer. Now that's what I'm talking about. For the rest of the fanfare, I'll see you all next month. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.